Hello, my friends. It is January 8th, 2026, and a lot of my leaders are wondering, how do I show up for my people today? A lot of big things went down in our country yesterday, and a lot of us are feeling some big feelings. And yet, we're showing up to work as we're expected to do, as we expect of ourselves. And frankly, we don't know what else to do. But that doesn't mean we're not feeling the way we are. So, you leaders who are wondering, how do I show up for my people in the best way possible today? Acknowledging everything that's going on, but not talking about politics at work because there's a wide variety of perspectives. As many humans are on your team, that's how many perspectives there are. So, how can we hold space for that? I'm going to share a general help and then a few specifics. So, in general, the best way you can be there for your people today is to facilitate some moments for them to reconnect with who they really are. Underneath all the emotions, underneath the job, the bills, the opinions of the people they live with, underneath all of it, reconnecting with who they are, their intuition, their gut, who they are deep inside. So, how do we do that in a practical way at work? Well, first of all, if you're going to have a team meeting or something, I really encourage you to do some kind of somatic exercise. When we're feeling this way, we're often just swirling the emotions up in our head and we are pretty disconnected from our bodies. From that place, we can't connect with others, we can't solve problems, we can't innovate, we can't have insights, etc. So, a somatic breathing exercise maybe can help people reconnect into their bodies, which is really going to open up that path to connecting with their intuition. So, I'm going to attach wherever you find this. Hopefully, there's an attachment or a caption, a link somewhere where you can find my breathing exercise that is included in the Burnout Prevention Starter Kit. Teams all over have been using this exercise together for years. It's very easy, 2 to 3 minutes long. It's not too woo woo. And pretty much everyone feels better after having doing it. And it's very easy for you as the leader. You can just invite everyone to get comfortable. They don't have to close their eyes. They can just kind of soften their gaze, get comfortable, and breathe together, following this little audio for 2 to 3 minutes. Everyone feels better after. Okay, what if you need more than that? So, or you want to go a different direction? Here's another suggestion. Included in this somewhere, there's the link or wherever, the caption, wherever it's going to be, you'll find a way to find a core values list. It's the one that we use in our core values discovery course, 3 words away. So find that list, distribute it amongst your team, ask them to pick one value that's really resonating with them today, and come to the meeting or the discussion ready to talk about what that value means to them today. Now, we all know the dictionary definition of these words, but let's say aloud what they mean to us. That's a really great, impactful step to reconnecting to our intuition, our gut, who we really are. Now, if you need to go one level deeper, perhaps you are leading in a nonprofit or another organization or simply just a team who is really in tune with what's going on and is having some emotions about it, let's go one step deeper. Ask them, okay, with that value that resonates with you so much and the emotion that you're feeling today connected, what does that say about who you are? Here's an example. One of my core values is humanity, and I'm feeling really anxious, and that makes sense. And I'm really proud of that because if I wasn't feeling anxious, I would be disconnected from the core of who I am. So actually that anxiety, frustration, and anger, it is evidence that I am connected to who I really am, and I like that about me. Let's say one of your core values or the one that you picked today was accountability. And maybe it's now easier to see that a huge source of your frustration and anger is because there are people that aren't being held accountable. And what does that say about you? It says that you stand in integrity and that you value accountability and that you are frustrated when others don't. And do you like that about you? I know I do. I like that about you. So I hope you can see that doing a few of these exercises can not talking about politics, but allow your people to understand that you recognize what's going out in the world and that the most important thing is that they are connected to who they really are. Because, y'all, we're going to have to make some big decisions soon. Maybe today we need to decide, can I take 24 hours off the news cycle to re-regulate my nervous system? That's a big choice right now. It can feel scary to disconnect. Or maybe some decisions about words that we need to say to people around us, or actions that we need to take, or actions that we can't take, and we need to figure out a way to be okay with that. None of that is going to be possible if we are disconnected from our intuition. So there are some ways that you can show up for your people without talking about politics today. And lastly, one more resource for you. JoyfulOfficeHours.com is where you can go to sign up for a 15-minute one-on-one appointment with me. We can chat. We can talk about how one of these exercises went for you and your team. Or maybe you realize, no, I can't facilitate any of this. And that's good information to have. There's data there. Let's talk about that. Or any other question you might have about how you can keep your leadership sustainable and impactful throughout this time. I hope this was helpful. I appreciate you, fam. Be good to yourselves.